How's it going, everybody? There are twomanyraptors here, and welcome back to I keep on forgetting the name. Team Sonic Racing Grand Prix! So last time we did Grand Prix 3, now we're gonna do Grand Prix 4, so let's go. And of course, Team Dark, you know who I'm going to choose. My most favorite Sonic character in all of you, Hampshire. Oh, Shadow the Hedgehog! You know, now I'm getting that nostalgic feeling again. I don't know, I'm having that nostalgic feeling. But a very unique one. I'm gonna tell you what I'm talking about. Particularly, the feeling of what you get when they announce a new Sonic game. Or any game for that matter. Doesn't have to be Sonic, but because we're playing a Sonic title, I'm gonna stick to Sonic. But it could be any game. But do you remember the feeling you got when they announced a new game? Because I'm remembering how I felt when they announced Team Sonic Racing, and I was very happy, so excited. But then I also started remembering when they announced Sonic Racing Transform, and then like Sonic Lost World even. Like, I mean, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Remove the idea of whether the game was good or not, okay? Remove that one. Just remember the time when they first announced such game. Do you remember how you felt? Do you remember that feeling? That's what I'm feeling right now. The nostalgic feeling of feeling excited when a new Sonic game comes out. That's why I'm like wondering right now, oh, I can't wait to feel that again when they announce the next Sonic game, you know? I mean, oh my god, they're already working on the next Sonic title, basically. They already are. They're already working on the next major Sonic title. By the way, Sonic and Sonic Team, whoever's making that game, if you're watching this, contact me. I want to be a part of the game. You know my dream to be a part of major games. Doesn't have to be Sonic, but you know, Sonic's one of them, yes. But yeah, back to what I'm saying. Basically, the feeling you get when a new Sonic game comes out, regardless, in the end, of whether it was good or bad. Most of the games were good to me, so that's my verdict. But regardless of whether they're good or bad, the feeling you get when they get announced. I remember when I first saw Sonic Unleashed, when they showed the trailers and like that, and singing to the beat of Endless Possibilities, I was like, oh my god. I remember going to the website and watching the trailer like every day, you know. I see it, and now it's always into me, Endless Possibilities. You know, I was like, wow. And then they start rapping, they did all that stuff, and then some guitar riff happens, and then all of a sudden you see Sonic the Werehog. And I was like, whoa! Combat in a Sonic game, and like that. I was like, wow. Crap! Boost me, boost me, boost me! Are you serious? That didn't boost me, you son of a gun. But that's how it was. I was like, wow. It was always amazing. I mean, wow, man. That's why I remember the feeling I got when they announced, let's say, Sonic and the Black Knight, you know? I was excited and all that stuff. And in the end, honestly, I had a fun time with those games. I had fun times. Regardless how bad or good the games were, I had a fun time in the end, honestly. I mean, yes, Sonic and the Black Knight was, in terms of controls, it was a very not so good time. But I will admit though, I have become a tiny bit. I'm not saying a wholehearted, but a tiny bit of a master playing Sonic and the Black Knight, because when I travel a lot to my home country, I remember I can only bring the Wii to my home country. So I had to leave my 360 and my other consoles behind when I go on vacation to my home country. And I remember always playing Sonic games, one of them being Sonic and the Black Knight. And it's because of that every year I would play that, and I've like mastered it, perfected it, Sonic and the Black Knight. And that's when I start having fun with Sonic and the Black Knight, like a whole lot of fun. And I was like, wow, I like this game now because I am doing so well with the gameplay. It's starting to feel flowish and amazing. I'm really running while slashing at the same time in a flowish manner, how the game was intended. The only problem is that it took me years to get to that point of having said fun. And I'm like, really? That's still pretty questionable. Now I have a fun time with that game. Every time I look back at it, I always have fun. I always like the idea of knights in shining armor combined with Sonic the Hedgehog, so I really was excited for it. But the gameplay, it took me years to finally get good at it and have that said fun. So that was it. So yeah, that's it. But I remember enjoying myself with Sonic and the Black Knight. But I remember being so excited when it was announced. That's why I'm asking. Do you remember what you felt when they announced the new Sonic game, or any game for that matter? What was the feeling you got when watching the trailer to announce that game? Wow, sandy road right there in Deer Hamster and all that stuff. Oh, there. Okay, done it well this time. God damn it. Whoa, whoa, guys, keep it down, right there. You know, this is a Sonic Forces area. This could be a Sonic Adventure 2 or Sonic Forces area. No, it feels more akin to Sonic Adventure 2 and Sonic Forces and like that. But you know, I'm also reminded of the Sonic Lost World, the sand area. I don't know why, but I was honestly surprised that Sonic Lost World was a polarized game. The number of people who enjoyed the game were also the same amount of people who did not enjoy that game, honestly. And by all means, I was more into the first. I enjoyed the game wholeheartedly. I mean, yes, I will give one negative thing I have for that game. And it's actually two negative things. I have two major negative things. And it's the flowish of movement. That's why the 3DS version felt a bit better. But for the Wii U version, when you go fast and then you go left or right, you slow down a bit, honestly, and it kind of bombards the flow of moving fast, basically. And my second problem with Sonic Lost World was the level design to a certain degree. Okay, it's trying to mimic Super Mario Galaxy or Sonic Adventure 2 in that case of, you know, zero gravity and all that stuff, where you can run upside down and visit worlds that are, you know, you can go upside down and stuff like that if you counterpick. But yeah, the problem is some of the level designs look like you can cross that terrain, but in reality, you can't. I remember there was one part in the area where in one section of the level, it was, you can go under the level, basically, your own way, and it was pretty fun. But then in the next section, it looked like you can go under the level, but in reality, you couldn't. You just fall off. And I just go like, the level design, in terms of what you can do with it, was a bit inconsistent, and that's where I was a bit peeved. But all in all, other than that, I was okay with it. I liked how the game looked. It looked superbly amazing. I loved how the world looked. It looked wow. The gameplay in the end, where you can go wherever you want a bit, I was like, wow, yeah, sure. And to be honest, this is an unpopular opinion, but then again, it's my opinion. Suck it if you don't like it. The fact that I was okay with the Deadly Six. I mean, they weren't my whole-heart favorite, but I had a charm with them. I had a charm, honestly. So I never really had a problem. I was charmed by them, honestly. I mean, yes, they had one line. They had one-liner personalities, basically. But honestly, I've seen worse. I've seen worse in better franchises. The Deadly Six were an okay thing for me. In fact, they were a bit charming. So I was a bit baffled that many people did not like them, honestly. But I'm still happy that they're still being shown from day to day, which means to show you that the Sonic team really likes to see more on the positive side. And I'm really happy about that. So I'm really happy that I see Zavok on this game and stuff and like that. Even though many people did not like him, I like him. So thank you so much, Sonic team, for putting in that. Okay, that loaded a lot longer than usual. But anyway, it's right here. Actually, you know, I am reminded now of the days of how scary it is to voice your own opinion in the Sonic franchise. Because let's face it, we all know just how toxic the Sonic franchise can be. I don't know how the Sonic franchise is, how the Sonic community, sorry. I don't know how the Sonic community is nowadays, honestly. I like to believe that they've gotten better, honestly, in terms of the toxicity has indeed lessened. But I feel like I'm saying it naively, honestly. So I'm just gonna solely rely on previous experiences and say that, yeah, the Sonic community can be pretty toxic at times, and how scary it is to voice your own opinion, basically. So, and I remember, and just now I just voiced my own opinion. I'm okay with the Deadly Six. They're not amazing, but I'm okay with them. I would like to see more of them in the future, because they were okay to me. But then I remember the days in which I was in the Sega forum when Sonic and All-Star Racing was about to come out, like on the road to Sonic Racing Transform. I remember visiting the Sega forum a lot. This is like one of the few times in which I actually tried to socialize online, and yippee yay, lucky me, it had to be the Sonic community that I had to do any online socializing first, but... whew. Anyway, I remember how toxic people can be. I remember in a community where Sonic Racing Transform, where the developers can talk to some of the people asking questions of what's gonna be in the game, or any question of Sonic Transform. I remember there was one person, and I said this in one of my Sonic videos. I don't remember which one, but I'm gonna talk about it again. I remember so wholeheartedly that there's this one guy who got so pissed that one character isn't going to be in the game that he downright started chastising the developers live when they were there. And I was like, whoa. Like, it was first funny. It was at first funny. But then he started... You could tell he was a kid. You could tell that he was a kid who shouldn't even touch a computer. He was that kind of kid. But it was like getting out of hand. Like, he started saying a bunch of stuff to the developers. And he started making a lot of threats, like, you know, death threats and like that. And it's like, you know, it was so stupid and childish. If you were there at that moment, you would wonder, wow, I feel so ashamed to be a part of this community. I'm telling you, that's how I felt when I saw that. I was like, I am so ashamed to be a part of this community if people like that are a part of it. Honestly. And then I just have to remind myself, like, that there are many communities that have that. It doesn't have to be the Sonic franchise, but you can't doubt it. It was a very, very lame thing, honestly. So I was like, wow. But of course, the developers took it with stride. They're like, I don't care what you say. You're just one person out of the entirety of people who actually like it. But it was so weird. We ended up making fun of him in the end. I was like, you know what? Don't worry, man. Don't worry. It's okay. And he's like, it's not okay. It's not. Don't worry. Call your mama and all that stuff. And he's like, shut up and all that stuff. And he's like this. And I mean, we were making fun of him because of how a dumb bastard he was. But my God. Deep down inside of me, honestly, I was like, wow. I feel so ashamed right now. I'm a part of this kind of community, and I was like, wow. I was like, that's it, I'm done. Not yet, I wasn't done yet, but like after like a year later, that's when I stopped being a part of the Sega forum. I just like shut myself off of it, and then like that's it. I stopped doing any social thing until what? 2014, let's say. So, yeah. I mean, I was already like nearing the lowest point of my life, personally. And then I had to experience that. I'm like, wow, man. Thanks. I will say this though. There is one Sonic game that I was sorely disappointed by. Honestly. And no, it's not Sonic 06. You all know that even though that game is extremely and disgustingly glitchy, I still had some good memories with that game, honestly. Because I kind of saw it for what it could be rather than what it is, and that kind of helped in my overall judgment of the game, even though it's not really the right way to judge it. It really is a terrible game, but you could still feel, in a sense, that Sonic essence, but taken to a more older level, so I kind of felt good about it, like saying that Sonic 06 was a bad game, but a game that I will fondly remember, honestly. It was the darkest point, honestly. Let's point it out. Sonic 06 is a terrible game because of the glitches and all that stuff. But, you know, you still feel the sense of Sonic-y, but something new. It's free roam, you get to play as a lot of characters, so the Hedgehog was introduced there, which is a good thing there. And, you know, you still felt a bit Sonic-y of it. You still felt a bit Sonic. You still felt like there was some charm there, honestly. But the one game that got me sorely disappointed by was Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric. I had such high hopes for that game because it was a free roam game. It was gonna be a free roam game where it doesn't rely too much on running in a straight line all the time. That was like, you all know me, that was like my one small peeve I got when it comes to Sonic gameplay. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like Sonic Unleashed gameplay. You know, going fast and speed boosting, but I would like it if I can go wherever I want while still going fast. And as fast as I want, basically. I still want that like RPG free roam shenanigan stuff. But I was kind of happy when Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric was announced, where they're gonna say it's a free roam game, you can go wherever you want and stuff and like that. And I'm like, oh wow! Oh, I'm excited for this, and I was really happy. I mean, Sonic Boom, the series, is okay, it's good. So it's not a total downgrade, but Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric, the game, man. God damn it, I didn't jump that. I was so sad, honestly. That ended up being so terrible. It was like one of the few Sonic games where the minute I started playing it, well, not the minute, but let's say the first 10 minutes of me that I started playing it, I was like, oh no, this isn't gonna be good. That was it. Any other Sonic game that I played, I was either like, hey, okay, alright, let's go. But I don't know, with Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric, I was like, ah, that's sad. If it not for the fact that it was on the Wii U, I don't know if any of you noticed this. I don't know if any of you know this, but the main reason why Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric is the way it is because of the fact that it's on the wrong console. It's using the Cry engine, and obviously they chose the Cry engine so that it will look superb because the Cry engine is quite amazing. Have you seen any game using the Cry engine? But then at the last second, Sega decided to do this three exclusivity deal with Nintendo of putting games on the Wii U only, basically. So that's what happened. And one of those games was Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric, when it was never intended to be on the Wii U to begin with. But then they told them in the middle of the development of Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric, hey, port this game on the Wii U. We're gonna consider this a Wii U exclusive. And so they did. And that's when the problem started. The Cry engine is not fully compatible with the Wii U, basically. And so they had to downgrade or remove or just leave out a lot of stuff, basically. And that's why it became so terrible. It was gonna be a good game. It was gonna be... I don't know how it would be, but I would expect it, and I would wholeheartedly believe it was gonna be a good game. Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric. It may not be my most favorite, but it was gonna be one of the better games for me, at least. Until they ported it to the Wii U, and that's when it all went downhill. So god damn it, why? Jeez. I would love to see a remake of Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric, like done right. In fact, actually, I would like to see any bad Sonic game, universally bad Sonic game, to be remade again, but this time done right. Like Sonic the Hedgehog 2006, the remake, where the glitches are fixed, extra content is added, and now it's a better game and all that stuff. Same thing for Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric. I wish to see that happen. And also add me in those games. In fact, actually add me to any future Sonic games. Sonic Team, if you're watching this, add me, call me. And with that, I'll end this video right here. Comment down below. What's a Sonic game that you wholeheartedly enjoy, even though people didn't really like it? Comment down. It doesn't have to be a Sonic game, it could be any game, but comment down below. And with that, I shall end this video right here. We have one more video, which is Grand Prix 5, so yeah. I'm gonna end it right here. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more. Bye-bye!